Tennessee Titans. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down now, it's Henry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
From the gun, Harris. The open man is Smith. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
A first down carry for Henry. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Derrick Henry. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I mean,
we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down.
Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Yeah.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Yeah.
Just a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Off the bootleg, Harris toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through.
It's crazy because all
after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. If I'm the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Things look like mine.
Ready?
On 1st down, Taylor. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going. Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 2nd down, here's Henry. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny. And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Getting 3 yards, 4 yards, 2. Like, what's going on, man? I need to break one.
The Titans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Harris. This will be caught by Brown. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So,
this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
See what I'm watching? The Cat Williams back there?
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
I watched a couple episodes.
Looking to throw. Harris.
Long time ago.
Here, and that's complete.
Not a long time ago.
And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry. He'll get 3 up to midfield. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And to give this time to the tailback.
Oh, come on, man.
And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46.
None of y'all niggas block that.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Nobody picked them up. That's stupid.
Back to throw. Harris. Now they go screen. It's complete.
Come on, man.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Got a man. It's Brown.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
This will be caught just inside the 10. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This is Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover.
My boy,
I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
30 into the end zone.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yo, faster. Shoot.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a give, right side. It's Taylor. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, Orbit. 55.
To throw is Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 43 yards.
Jackson father
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Check.
Tannehill. And he's got his man on the out route. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works a defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
My corners, man. Keep throwing to them.
On 1st down, Taylor. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Fast as hell.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Let's get a pick. Smell a pick.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Tannehill. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 2 yards on that play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run with Henry. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Henry. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Watch the run. Mike 50. Watch the screen.
Harris looking to throw on 2nd down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Tight right. You got three down. Watch the out.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now Harris. Off play action. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
64, weak. Check right 54. Line hit.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Yeah. Huh?
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I can't believe you let you play. I can't believe you let you play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5 up to the 25-yard line. Back now in Nashville, all even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Cook it up. Go, man.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. 2nd and 5. It's caught by Davis. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
But the 4-3 defense is functioning really well. You know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
Dancing to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And he will find his man on the outside. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run on first down. Taylor bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
What?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Tannehill. This is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes it a 17-10 score. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Harris. From the gun, he'll throw. And it's caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Harris now operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
Oh,
he
AJ.
almost had it for the
Pass
pick.
the ball, bro.
A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And caught by Henry. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
For the rest of the academic year.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Ready? 10 over. Chopper, chopper. Hey, Delta.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. 55, mark, 55. You must be.
They go to the ground again with Taylor.
Let's go, Kevin. No, they face mask him right there,
first,
bro.
but a penalty
That's
marker
just a regular
down.
tackle, man.
And that
God
looked like a
damn,
clear
yo.
face mask to me.
That's 4th down, man. Fucking face mask on the fucking common tackle, man. That's dumb.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Taylor. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the
Look at our
line.
ball
It'll
right
be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and
I don't
11.
even got my tackle on
4th
the
quarter,
versus
down to the
or
final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Kill him, dude. Kill him.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Cross. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Alert, flare. Alert.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Let's go.
On 1st down, Taylor. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 35-yard line.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, we'll likely put an end to this thing. Now a give, right side. Taylor. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Squeeze, double.
Tannehill now to throw. And Eifert has it.
Are you serious?
And he gets this
Correa?
one inside the
I'm
15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
How you didn't put your hands up to pick the ball off?
Question, that should be more
It came
than
right over
enough to
my
wrap
head,
this
yo.
one up. Tannehill now.
Fuck, yo.
12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Fucking lost to this
Counting
bum. I
down
beat
toward
fucking
40 seconds as
60-something
they
to
take the
7.
knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and
2
11.
fucking L's in a row, man. Trying to build this dumbass fucking quarterback, man.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
We go. 8-3. Mike, 54.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's get it.
Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Jaguars, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
This fucking rookie quarterback